It's 1 o'clock. I'll call the meeting to order. Could we review we have a motion first to approve the agenda. Sally, do you want to approve that one?
I certainly do.
And I shall second it.
And we're all in favor.
What would happen if one of us is against it, Sally? What would happen? I don't know. Any declarations of conflict of interest? Sally, you're good?
I'm good.
So am I. The previous minutes, have we had an opportunity to read the minutes? I looked them over.
Yes, I did too.
Okay, that looked fine to me. So I'll move that we approve. Sally, second.
Yes,
All in favor?
I.
Aye. There we're good.
Just gonna close my door.
Do we have any business arising from the minutes?
Ken just left. So I don't think so.
No,
I think
sorry,
we're-
there's people in the foyer there and they're all yapping real loud.
No,
No, I'm okay with that too. I don't think I had anything.
no.
We don't have any public presentations, so we can go on to Ken's report, 7.1. Ken, go ahead.
So we had 6 calls. One was a mutual aid to North Shore. They had a bushfire that they needed some extra hands to help with. Couple of MVAs, small ones, no extrication, but we needed to help get the people out, but we didn't have to pull jaws out, thankfully. And you can see for the complaints, this is what I'm going to do from now on. Instead of just doing the month, I'm just going to do a year to date.
That's a nice chart. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then we can see what we've been dealing with all year long. So we'll start to see a switch now. We'll start to see a switch to more clean yards.
Mhm.
Those will start popping up now that the snow's gone. And then some of the road conditions, I've just added the new a new line under there for street sweeping.
Okay.
So we'd have it separated from just the road
Snow.
complaints.
Mhm. So that's very good. I like that very much.
Yeah, that is good. I didn't have
Bylaw.
any credit questions. I was gonna just ask you when you were showing the fire calls. Was there a call out last night? I could smell smoke.
No, there wasn't.
Okay.
I believe there may be a forest fire up on
There
Mataninda.
There
Yeah,
is one.
Yeah.
On Basswood. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's one at Mataninda too.
Oh, okay.
The North, we called it in yesterday and they've got 3 crews on it right now. And they had
Good.
a water bomber working on it.
Yeah.
But it's in one of those areas where they had a blowdown.
Mhm.
So all the trees are all crisscrossed.
Mhm.
So that's what they're dealing with right now. That'll be
Hard
the
to
next
get at
one.
it. Yeah.
Bylaw, we've been changing a lot of signs. We've been writing a lot of tickets. We're doing some daily patrols on Michigan and Haynes for the school section, because people are parking on Haynes
Mhm.
and making on I guess if you're going towards the lake on the right-hand side,
Yes.
so it's making it difficult for vehicles to get through. So we've been doing a walk there so that we can move people on. It's not, if it says no stopping, if you stop, even if your car is running, you stopped. So go pick
Mhm.
them up at the bottom where it's a little safer. Then we don't have
I-
kids running across the road either.
I
Yes.
experienced that this morning. There were cars parked on both sides, just, before the tracks. And so I went around on the roadside on my bike, and just as the guy was opening his door. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, so we're trying to keep up on that one as much as we can. Signs on Main Street, we've had to redo those. We're putting a bolt right through because I'll put it as the wind and not people are pulling them down. They're a nice new black ones. So what we're doing is putting a bolt right through,
Mhm. Mhm.
drilling through, and then at the back we'll paint it black so it matches in.
Okay.
Just to give them a little bit more stability. And then we've got the tower installation.
Mhm.
We've, as I was telling the mayor earlier, they're doing the geo program right now. They know what kind of rock, but they're just digging down to see how far before they where they're going to put the 3 bolts in.
Tankers, yep. And Ken, that's a freestanding tower without guide wires, right? Or
Correct.
wire support?
Yeah, so it'll come down and then there's 3 legs that come out, and we're putting a fence around it, and the ladder system is in case so people can't get into it.
Good.
And it'll be tied into our other fencing that's there for the tower building. So we're going to come off of there so we can open up a door and then we can get in through that way. Training. We are going to be using courthouse before they demolish it to do some training. We'll be starting in there tomorrow night. We'll be doing some search and rescue because the guys don't know the layout up there. First part we're going to make them do is they'll go and do a search, but then they're going to have to draw a map of what that building looks like without using their eyes, because they're going to be blacked out. So when they come down, then they have to mark everything down on that piece of paper they found. So how the layout is, because that's part of the training so that you know how to get back out. So if you go into a room, come back out of a room, we want to make sure they close the doors. Then that wall is secure again. Then later on, because we'll have it for, I think, for a few months, we're going to do wall breaches, which is part of the training where they have to breach through a wall with their air pack on and get through that 18-inch center. In case they're blocked into a room, this is another area of escape. And then at the end, we'll start using the breaching of the doors. That's where they have to kick them in, because that's probably about a $10,000 piece of equipment we'd have to buy if we didn't have this for wall breaching. We finally got all the information on what we're going to have to do for this new training, and that'll be at the next meeting.
Okay.
So that one will be a little bit, quite a bit more information on everything we have to do. And then attached, we have a letter from the Demolition Derby asking for the use of a truck. They wanted truck 5. I replied back and told them we will send truck 1, because truck 1 is the 21-year-old truck that has no accreditation. And I don't want to send our brand new truck to sit somewhere and we have a fire and we have to go with the old truck. So truck 1 will do everything that we needed to do for that. And that way we keep our new truck ready to go, and they're fine with that. As long as they have a vehicle down there and a few firefighters, they're safe to go. And that's about it. I didn't put a health and safety part on here. I will add to it next time. I'm still writing the guidelines. We did the inspection of Public Works. They cleaned it all up. It's just.
And it's nice that we had. No, go ahead.
I think tomorrow is when they're putting the new post in for the sign on Woodward, so we can move it down to the straight stretch where it's supposed to be, down by HPs and that. So that'll clean up that problem issue, because I think why we're getting such a high count. We're getting a count at the top of the hill, and then they go down the hill, and they come back up the hill, and it's counting another vehicle. I watched it yesterday when I drove by there.
I was just going to say it's nice that we have the Demolition Derby back again, and I'm glad that we can offer support to them.
It is a big crowd pleaser.
That
place is packed.
So we don't have any bylaws to consider or an addendum. Any new business at all, Sally?
I don't have anything.
Nothing for me either. So Sally, would you like to move adjournment?
I would.
And I will second that. And we're adjourning at 10:10.